Welcome to the next part of our education program on cardiac monitoring. Our learning objective of today's micro-teaching session is to identify a normal sinus rhythm. Okay, so a normal sinus rhythm is the normal rhythm that a healthy human heart generally will have. The rhythm originates in the SA node, and the characteristics of a normal sinus rhythm include P waves that are one present for each QRS complex.
Okay, yep.
And upright in lead 2, which is our rhythm strip. It'll have a normal PR interval, which is between 0.12 milliseconds and 0.20 milliseconds.
Okay, yep.
It'll have a normal QRS complex, which would be between 0.08 and 0.11 milliseconds. And those are basically the main characteristics. So what do you think we do first when we interpret a rhythm strip? What's step number 1?
Okay, so I think we have to look and see if the rhythm is regular or irregular.
Yep, perfect.
And just looking at this one, it appears to be regular.
Yep, and if we weren't sure, we could work it out by, what I like to do is just line up and just do a little mark where our Q waves are, and then you can move your paper along just to double check if we're not too sure.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's nice and regular. Very good.
Perfect. And after that, I believe we have to look at the heart rate. So we have to count, I think it's the big boxes in between two big R waves.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, am I meant to do it?
Yep, that's fine. Yep, you can. Okay. So this one lines up nicely on the line where the box is starting, so that makes it a little bit easier to count.
Right.
And same with this one, so you just count how many big boxes between there and there. Okay,
it appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 in between the two R waves.
Yep.
So are we going to use the 300 method?
You can, yep.
Okay, so 300 divided by 5 is 60. So I think it should be around 60-ish beats per minute.
Perfect, yep. So you can put that in our rate here.
So yeah, okay.
Yep, so we know it's regular, we know it's 60 beats per minute. So then next we'd move on to, what would we analyse next?
If P waves are present.
Yes.
I believe.
Perfect.
Looking at the strip, we have P wave there, P wave there, P wave there. And it seems to be there are P waves all along the strip. So that's all good.
Good. So we have
one. Give it a tick.
Yep, you can tick there.
Okay. 1
P wave for each QRS complex. And next we can look at our PR interval. Do you remember what's a normal PR interval?
No, I've forgotten that part. So what do we do for that, for the PR interval? How long should it be?
That's okay. Normal PR interval, I might write it here for us. 0.12 to 0.20 milliseconds.
Oh, right. Okay.
And when we're looking at that, we start at the very start of our P wave, so we can mark it off if it's easier, to the start of the QRS complex, there to there. So we count how many little boxes between that one and that one. So can you see that there?
So small boxes we're counting?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay, so maybe 1, 2, maybe 4.
Yep, 4. That looks about right to me. So what would that be?
So,
do you remember one small box is 0.04 milliseconds?
Okay, so that would be, if we have 3, then that would be 0.12 milliseconds.
Yep, but we said we had 4.
Oh, it's a bit more, right?
Yep, so 0.12.
16.
16, yep. And then moving on, we can have a look at our QRS complex, or I might let you work that one out.
So we're counting the small boxes in between?
Yes.
Okay.
So from the very start of the Q wave, so I would move this over.
So from the Q wave to the S, right? 1, 2, 3, about 3.
Yep, that looks about right to me. So what would that work out to?
So that would be 0.12 milliseconds.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. So if we have a look at all of that, we've got P waves for each QRS. We've got a normal PR interval, a normal QRS complex interval. We've got a rate of 60.
Yep.
So what's a normal rate of a normal sinus rhythm? What does that need to be?
I think anywhere from 60 to 100 is
Yeah,
fine. It.
perfect. So looking at all of this shows us we've got a normal sinus rhythm.
Okay, right.
Perfect. How are we going for time?